Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the statement by Senator Muma on the need to protect data in this country. It is imperative that at the time when data is the most expensive asset that anyone can have, we are not protecting the poor people who cannot be able to afford buying a phone and not have to register it. I think the key, most important thing we need to do is to ask ourselves whether it is imperative for this House and the National Assembly to be able to re-amend the Data Protection Act. We have to amend this Data Protection Act and be specific and also be intentional when it comes to the issue of guarding. When you hear that those who cannot afford to buy phones in full prices are buying the phones on credit, and then that data is now sold to a third party, it really begs the question on what do we really need to do. One of my biggest pet peeves, Mr. Speaker, is when you are sitting down here, you find a telemarketer sending you a text message telling you to buy bundles using the following shortcode. I think we need to relook at the whole issue of data protection in this country. Even the basic request for an ID number when you're going to deposit money in your Safaricom, when you're going there and then that record is kept there, we should ask ourselves whether we have to redefine the law to be able to make it difficult for people to just have to ask for your ID number and they write it down there. I think we need to be more creative and say you can give the last 4 digits of your number, or these telecommunication companies come up with a more smarter way of protecting your data. They can actually demand that you give them the 3rd, 4th, or the last digit of your ID number instead of having to give out the full ID number. So this statement, I hope the Committee on ICT will take it seriously, because today it is that poor farmer or that poor mamamboga who cannot afford to buy a phone full price, whose data is being sold. Tomorrow it is you, the legislator, sitting here who can be able to afford a 200,000 shilling phone with your name being used to register a phone number and then being used for fraud. So it is imperative. And we also must ask ourselves whether we need to limit the number of phone numbers people can have. Because you will find one person, the ID number has been used to register 20 lines. If you follow those 20 lines, Mr. Speaker, you'll be shocked. In some counties, we know people collect revenue using those 20 numbers, and then they just throw them away.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, apologies, let me use this.